I've got Gordon here, and we're going to talk about something coming up on Thursday.
Yeah, the Citizen Corps Council, which is an organization that engages volunteers to help augment resources in public safety and preparedness. Citizen Corps actually started back in 2002 after the 9/11 event in 2001. It was the President of the United States launched Citizen Corps after 9/11 to capture the spirit of the service that had emerged after 9/11. And we are now using it as a platform to bring together the community partners, which includes your CERT, your community emergency response teams, Map Your Neighborhood, the different volunteer organizations that have developed throughout the county. We bring them together, and that way they can talk about preparedness, what they've done in their own area, share training, just bring together everybody to help share their ideas and resources that do nothing but make it stronger.
The meeting is over at the 911 building, and that is in a huge room. It's not bad. Is this mainly for heads of departments and groups?
Mainly it's for the different government agencies, non-government agencies that would interact with the volunteer organizations, the different county department heads, of course, that might use them, and the volunteer agencies, of course, themselves, the heads of them, of the different ones throughout the county. So we hope to get them all together. They've also started something else exciting. They've started mapping the preparedness throughout the county to see where the weak spots are, where the strong spots are. I think we all agree that the strongest spots are up in North County with
Absolutely.
Linda
Thank you,
Kozlowski's group.
Boy.
Oh, man, an organization to be contended with throughout the state of Oregon. But this will provide the opportunity for the volunteer agencies to see and talk with some of the users and some of the users to talk with the volunteer agencies. I give the example that what Linda Kozlowski up in North County did during the Manzanita tornado, the CERT people were the ones that helped the police departments to maintain the roads. When I say maintain the roads, I mean permitting people to come in and out of the disaster area. Obviously, they didn't have enough law enforcement officers, and we would have not been able to provide enough law enforcement officers to cover every corner that needed to be blocked or monitored, and these guys did a great job of doing that. In addition, they provided information about the disaster itself, so it's just a force multiplier for the different agencies that use them, and that's the key thing. If you don't use them, you lose them. You know, these people are out to volunteer, wanting to help, and if your agency doesn't use them, then they'll go find another agency that will.
And Gordon, one thing that our fire chief has said repeatedly, don't expect your firefighters. Those volunteers are going to be working in another area. That's why we're working on CERT in Bay City and other ways that you can be prepared.
Right. You shouldn't or can't actually in Tillamook County. Our resources are so light that you can't rely on one entity to do all the jobs that needed to be done in a disaster. I'll point out to heads of the different cities, such as Bay City. I won't mention the mayor's name up there, but what a lot of people don't know is the volunteers that you have during the disaster. If it's a declared disaster and FEMA brings in and the city or county ends up getting money from it, it's a 75-25 match. And that 25% match that you have is a soft match, meaning it's not hard cash. It can be light. And volunteers will be assigned a dollar value, and you take the volunteer and the number of hours that they work. You'll have to have it documented.
Sure.
But that could be your soft match. And I've seen instances where your volunteers have enabled you to make the soft match, and you are out no money in the county or city.
Gordon, very good to know. Thank you for sharing that part, too.
Yes, indeed. That's an easy way to get the soft match and say it's another excuse to use your volunteers. We also, of course, in 2007, used the ham community. When the radios started going down, they were instrumental in helping us keep contact with Portland and Salem. The Salem was Oregon Emergency Management, and in Portland it was the Red Cross. And so we were able to use that time as a soft match, but more importantly, we were able to talk with and still maintain contact with those agencies when the telephone systems and the radios started to be impaired by the disaster itself. So it's very important. And of course, we encourage everybody to become a volunteer, become active in it. Take first aid and CPR and become a CERT member, become a ham radio operator. There's a lot of different things out there. Wherever your interest is, there's a volunteer agency there that's willing to take advantage of it.
Perfect. And thank you, Gordon, for stopping by. Again, this meeting is 10
It's
to
on
noon.
Thursday, October the 25th, from 10 a.m. until noon at the 911 Conference Center.
Well, I'm looking forward to attending myself, both as media and as mayor, and I look forward to reporting back to the people about it.
I hope that it's a big meeting and we get a lot accomplished.
I'm sure that we will.
Thank you very
again.
much.
Thank you.